morning, everybody. Morning, and happy Monday morning. It is still Sunday here. We're making Sunday dinner in this house, and I'm super excited to bring you guys along. We're going to do a stuffed steak roll and a loaded cauliflower. So come along with us and learn how we make our steak rolls and loaded cauliflower. So the first step for the loaded cauliflower is a couple of different ways. We have a fresh head of cauliflower and we're going to boil it until soft or until cooked. Generally 10-15 minutes of boiling. It doesn't take too terribly long. And that's what our basis is going to be for this loaded cauliflower. We're also going to be adding in some cheese. I think Stephanie said 6 slices exactly of cooked bacon and a few other things. So we're getting this one started. Okay, so when you're making bacon like this for a recipe, you don't necessarily have to cook it in the strip. Here you see we're just chopping up the bacon, about 6 strips, and we're just going to brown it this way a little bit quicker. So we've got our first 2 ingredients in our loaded cauliflower, which is going away. Those are just some potatoes in the corner. We're having mashed potatoes with it, but everybody knows how to make mashed potatoes. You boil the potatoes. We're going to add butter, milk. Some people get fancy, add a little cream cheese, a little sour cream, a little chive, a little onion, whatever. So yeah, you know how to make mashed potatoes, but we're really focused on this loaded cauliflower and steak rolls. That bacon's looking pretty crispy, so it's probably pretty close to being done. We're going to put it on some paper towel and blot some of that grease off of it. That cauliflower's been on for 10-15 minutes. It's probably pretty soft as well, and it's probably ready to be drained. Okay guys, there is that crispy bacon. We are just going to let some of that grease come off of it so we can put it in our casserole here. Taste test always. It's good. Good bacon. Okay guys, so that is our strained cauliflower. To it, we have added about 4 ounces of cream cheese. Let me not call it the wrong thing. We're also going to add how much of this cheddar? A cup. A cup is about a healthy handful. Yep. So, cup of cheddar. Same on the Parmesan?
No, only about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan.
Okay, can you open the Parmesan for me? While she's opening them, I'm going to put the bacon in. All of those bacon crumbles that we did previously are going to go. She's doing about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. I'm finishing these bacon crumbles. And then I think the last ingredient we're going to need was
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
About 1/2 cup.
About 1/2 cup of sour cream. So we're going to get that sour cream in there. Nice heaping 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then we're going to mix this all together and get it in a baking dish. How long is this going to bake for, Steph? At what temperature?
350, 375 for like 20-25 minutes until it gets nice and brown, basically, and bubbly.
Got it. So 350, 375 area, and you're going to know it's done when it's nice and bubbly on the top, but I'll show you what it looks like all mixed up.
Sprinkle more cheese on top.
Oh yeah, we're going to sprinkle more cheese on top as well. That's how we do it in this house. Okay guys, so I definitely recommend doing it while the cauliflower is still hot, getting it all mixed together. It will melt your cream cheese and your cheese is a lot easier, and that way it's just less struggle for you. Now that we have it all mixed together, we're going to go ahead and get it in a baking dish and sprinkle the top with cheese and get it in the oven. And that there is the cauliflower in the oven. As you can see, I just put it in a baking dish and topped it with some cheese. It's in there at 350. We'll give it about 20-25 minutes. To start the steak rolls, you're going to saute 1 onion. We're going to use the grease from the bacon that we made the bacon for the cauliflower casserole in. But yeah, to start the steak roll filling, you just need to saute 1 onion. Okay, so we are sauteing down those onions in that bacon grease. And that is what is going to go, as well as some cheese, correct? Into our steak rolls.
And spinach.
And spinach.
Saute spinach in there when the onions get cooked real down.
Right, so we're going to have sauteed onions, sauteed spinach, and provolone, I believe, inside of those steak rolls. So I'll show you where we're at. Update on these onions for the steak rolls. We just put a couple of teaspoons of garlic in there. And they are really caramelizing, and they're going to be absolutely delicious. They're almost done. Getting ready to throw a couple handfuls of spinach in there. A couple of handfuls of spinach in there. If that cooks down, we may do one more handful. How many steak rolls are we making?
I don't know. It kind of depends on how much filling we have.
There you go. So she's going to judge how much steak rolls she does by the amount of filling that she has. So that's going to be how we kind of determine that. So the spinach is nearly cooked in there, 2 handfuls, like we said. It's in there with just the onions and the garlic. And then once it's done, we're going to go ahead and roll it up in some thinly sliced steak of your choice. I think we have some ribeyes that are thinly sliced that we got from like a butcher type-ish situation. So whatever thinly sliced steak you can find, I know, and you guys know with coming along with me on some of these grocery hauls meat right now, it can be hit or miss. It can be difficult to find. So whatever you can find that's thinly sliced, go with it. Here's what our little thin sliced steaks look like. They came in a little pack like this. You said you'll get 2 steak rolls from each steak?
Probably.
About 2. You're going to need some toothpicks, as you can see here, and I'll show you how she does them with the toothpicks. Okay, so we're taking it, we're beating it just a little bit thinner. Just trying to get it as thin as physically possible so that it stays and holds together and we get the most rolls. We're going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Both sides of that little piece of thin steak there. Okay, y'all, so once it was thinned out and seasoned, we put 2 slices of provolone. Go ahead. And now we're going to spoon some of that mixture into there.
Not a whole lot because it will come out.
Yeah, it will bust, so just a gentle amount of that mixture in there. And then we're going to watch Steph roll it. This is her first one, so give her a little leeway. I'll show you another one if another one goes better. So she's just going to roll it, try to cover it. She's going to cut it in half. And she's going to put them sticky things in there, those toothpicks. Okay, so she's kind of rolled the meat, put the toothpick in each side. And then she's going to cut that straight down the center there. And you're going to get 2 steak rolls from 1 thin piece of steak. I'll show you what it looks like on the next one too, just in case. Okay, so there is our second roll. They don't have to be pretty, just make sure that they're rolled together. We're slowly putting them into this pan here. As of right now, it looks like we're going to have 2, 4, 6 total. So they are small. We're probably going to feed 4-ish people with this meal. And I say 4-ish because there's aspects of this meal that certain people won't eat, but certain people will eat. Everybody will eat mashed potatoes. My husband and my daughter like the loaded cauliflower, but they don't necessarily love the steak rolls because of the onion that's in it, and you guys know how my husband feels about onion. So yeah, we are working through. We are going to have 8. There's 2 steaks left.
Not enough filling for 2 more though.
Oh, that's correct. That's okay.
That's all right. Sophia will gladly eat that other steak plate.
Exactly. Sophia will gladly eat her steak without onion in it. So yeah, we're going to have 6 steak rolls. So there is our 6 steak rolls. I hope that they look as delicious as I know they're going to be. They're going to take about 15 minutes in the oven at 350. I'm going to slide them in there right next to that cauliflower we have in the oven. I'll show you my plate when I'm done. I'll also show you what we made for dessert. A little pistachio cookie bar. We did not do a recipe for it because it's our first time making it. But hopefully if it's delicious, you'll see a recipe soon. Look at how amazing that loaded cauliflower looks. We've got some mashed potatoes, steak is coming up in just a minute, and I will show you what that looks like as well. But Sunday dinner is looking mighty delicious. Look at how gorgeous and amazing and incredible these stinking steak rolls look. Even though the cheese oozed out, they're going to be perfect. And I promise you, we will not taste that the cheese oozed out of the roll a little bit. It's going to be divine. Okay, you guys, here's my plate. It looks incredible. I'm so excited to dig in. I'll show you our pistachio cookie dessert afterwards. I hope you guys make this meal 10 out of 10. Great Sunday dinner. Brings the whole family to the table. We love it. So let me know if you try it. Let me know what you think of it. Trying my food. Trying my food. Make the loaded cauliflower, dude. Make it. So good. Pistachio shortbread cookie. It's just a homemade shortbread cookie on the bottom, pistachio pudding on top, and fresh pistachios on the top. So I'll let you know how it is, but that is what we're doing for dessert.